Hey, it's your girl Kivonshe, and welcome back to my channel. Don't mind my voice. No, I'm not sick. Anyways, welcome to the Chit Chat. Get ready with me. I have lots of things to talk about. It's gonna be a little controversial, you know what I mean? So just grab out some wine and relax. We're going to come out the gate with something that has truly been bothering me and honestly keeping me out of this store. But have any of y'all been feeling like Sephora has basically turned into Claire's? Like, I don't know. Ever since it became like cool or acceptable for younger people to not be shamed into, not wearing makeup, like we have younger and younger makeup artists who are literally taking the tips that we did or people before me did and just killing the makeup game. So shout out to them for that. However, the kiddie makeup scene is no more. And now these kids are in the makeup stores where normally adults, young adults to older adults would frequent. I have been not at Sephora for a while. And I don't know, in the beginning, it was just oh, I don't want to go in the store no more. I just don't want to go. Then I was going and mostly I would just be in the the scents section. Damn it, did I accidentally get the 6 instead of the 9? That threw me off. Anyways, yeah, so I would just kind of be over in the scent section, boom, chilling, minding my business. But I went in there this time to specifically get makeup, and I realized why I stopped liking going into Sephora. I'm looking around and I'm literally surrounded by 12-year-olds to 17-year-olds. No adult in the store with them whatsoever. Just kids. As an adult, I just enjoy many times not being in places where kids frequent. I don't know. One, I've never liked teenagers, not really. Even when I was a teenager, they're just annoying. They just took up space. Whatever manners their parents taught them goes out of the window. They're in the way. They like manners. It's a whole thing. And I'm damn, Sephora, looks like we're just going to be online shopping these days, hon, because I can't do it. I don't know. No shade to them. Like I said, they killing the game. I just wish that stores like a Claire's or a younger, or a makeup store catered to that demographic existed, or that kids' makeup or whatever was actually good for the skin, good for their growth and their stuff like that. So they can get out of my way. I don't know. It is what it is. It's just how I feel. I just no longer like going into stores like Sephora. I don't know. I don't know if MAC is like this. I'm not a person who goes into MAC stores. I don't really go to MAC. Maybe I'll just start getting my stuff from department stores. I don't know. The kiddies have pushed me out of Sephora, guys. Can't go in there anymore. Don't like it. In some recent bucket news, I just went to my first ever Ari Lennox concert. And if she has her way or she sticks to whatever she said on Twitter some months ago, then it might be my last, because I don't know. Sometimes she just be getting in her feelings about some things and we be back and forth, So she said that about this album, how she had said she wasn't going to do any more music. And then next thing you know, Pressure came out, and then Age, Sex, and Location. So I don't know, but I had me a golly old good ass time, honey. Like, the opening acts were really good. And Ari came out and gave us a show. Her background singers were everything. So when she performed the songs that she had already had on the album with Chloe and Lucky Day, she didn't skip over their verses or any of the interactions, and she let her background singers do their thing and prove why she hired them. And she sounds insane live, like absolutely sounds exactly like on her album, except like better. I don't know. It was just a grand time, and it's my girlfriend, like one of her top artists. She had a great time. I had a great time. Everybody around me had a great time. It was perfect. Anyways, her vocals is everything. One of the things I love about Ari's voice is that it's always reminded me of Erykah Badu, but more than that, Ari hasn't like tried to switch up her sound and be running with the girls. Like these days, nobody has like a signature voice. And I don't know if any of y'all watched the Jennifer Hudson show, but it's actually really good. She had an episode where she talked about how artists, singers have like a signature riff, like something in their voice, you know, like that's them. Even if they like do a feature and they match their sound with the person they're singing with, they do something that lets you know it's them. And not a lot of artists these days, men or women, have a signature sound, a signature tone, or a signature riff. It's all the same. So I love that Ari is literally herself and doesn't try to sound like her peers. And I love that it's not like a bunch of runs and riffs and all these different things. It's just pure tone, vocals, pitch, energy, and just her being unique. Like, I miss her being on live, but I definitely understand that after you're reaching a certain point and your fame level is going up, your accessibility needs to kind of like shift, because now fans feel like you owe them a debt for your talents. And that's largely one of the reasons why she's like so back and forth with touring or putting out more music and stuff like that. In addition to like wanting to get recognition from like Grammys and stuff like that, which that's another topic, because that's a topic specific for new artists of these days. But the other side of it was, do I want to do a liquid? I'm gonna do a cream bronzer. Anyways, so talking about just how fans feel like once they get like a certain level of access to you, they feel like you work for them. Which brings me to my next little point in my chit chat is these new fans are fucking nuts, y'all. Like, they are nuts. So I don't know if y'all like be into pop culture like that or entertainment or whatever, but recently there was this whole thing with Glorilla supposedly being paid to perform at some club, but her and Yo Gotti was like, no, $30K for performance. Like, you got the game messed up. Like, today's price is not yesterday's, and vice versa. I was paid for an appearance. And this one fan was like super fucking mad. and threw a drink at Glorilla. Now, for me, if I like someone, I'm not about to catch a case on assaulting them. For what? Like, you know what I mean? And somebody threw like a shoe or something or some shit at another performance of hers, and I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, she don't owe you nothing. Same thing recently. Halle Bailey was just featured in this magazine, and she talked about how Beyonce told her and Chloe, like, whatever you do, don't read the comments. Now, I, in my big age, understand in that snippet why Beyonce would say that. One, I'm in the era where Beyonce used to read the comments, and Beyonce suffered from a lot of mental things in those comments, because it's like, yeah, you're gonna be all these fans, they love me, they love me, they love me. And then in that same love, when you're not doing or changing your musical career to their liking, now they have a problem with it. And now it's like, you need to do what I say. And then it's like negative and it's bashing. And Beyonce used to be on this internet crying about that shit. We're gonna set with Fenty. She used to be on this internet crying over that shit. And then after a while, it's like, just, you have to stop and you have to be able to protect yourself and your peace over these people. Anyways, so Chloe decided to feature Chris Brown on one of her songs that just got released. I don't remember the name of the song. Please do not ask me. But the point is not about the song or even like Chris Brown per se, but it's about in this tweet where the article kind of quoted, oh, Halle Bailey said that Beyonce told them don't read the comments. Everybody was like, oh, Chloe, you need to read these comments. You need to do what the people want. You need to do what the fans say. We made you. You're not releasing the music that we want you to release. How dare you type of situation. And it's just like going back to the Ari Lennox and Glorilla situation. Like, fans, they do not work for you. And this whole like, we made you and we can take your fame away. Like, no, the fuck you cannot. Let's dive into that. Glorilla, Chloe, Beyonce, Ari, any artist, none of them were given their talents or made their creativity based off of, let me go out and seek these fans. Hey, I'm gonna sing because I want fans. I'm gonna rap because I want fans. I'm gonna do Wet and Wild for all over face. Anyways, none of them were like, you know what? Hey fan, hey Kivonshe, I wanna work for you. What I'm gonna bring to the table is I'm gonna sing, and you're gonna be the creative director to everything that I do. When I have ideas on what type of tour, what type of music and stuff that I wanna do, I'm gonna make sure that I run that by you, okay? And make sure you have my check on the 1st and the 15th. Thanks. Like, they don't work for you, okay? They were born with talent or nurtured or whatever their talents, and they decided to do it because they wanted to get paid. Now, do they get paid by way of the fan? Sure. But before any of us niggas know, before any of us know who they are, they're going to clubs and singing in those clubs. The clubs are paying them. Sure, as a patron of that organization, you can tip them and do all this other stuff, but they got paid to perform already. Somebody else is signing their checks. They have their own publicists that they're paying. They have creative directors, or they are the creative directors. They're not forcing you to go to these shows. They have something that you want to consume, and then you're making a choice to consume it. They don't owe you shit. They do not owe you their sanity. They do not owe you any type of explanation on what they want to do, where they want to do it, and when they want to do it. So pipe down, okay? And tighten the fuck up, because you have the game twisted. And I'm just like trying to figure out, you know, as I was growing up, what that looked like. Like when I was growing up, artists like even DMX having like half the world at his concert, people like genuinely at these concerts, passing out at these concerts, real fans, doing all this other stuff. And I don't remember people like throwing shit and bottles and stuff at their favorite artists because maybe they wanted their artist to sing a certain song at the concert and they didn't. So now that that person is getting off stage, you clocking a damn Hennessy bottle at them. Like, that was not it. Now, were artists like a little bit more elusive and untouchable back in the day? Yes. There was no social media. So everything that they did, it was like a mystery or like a secret of what was going to happen. Did social media kind of bridge the gap with that? Yes. But the big thing for artists was just them being able to control the narrative of their own lives, because we know publicists and stuff back in the day were allowing some really like nasty rumors and stuff to follow these people so that they could drum up publicity. So it was like, you know, don't respond to anything. Let the people think what they want to think, because it's a mystery. It's unique. It's, oh my God, I want to know more. So people are buying up the magazines. They're reading all of these articles and they're doing all of this stuff. Now, you know, it's a little bit more controlled by the artist. And so the trade-off of that is the consumer has a little bit more control in how they consume and what they say, and their impacts on the artist is a little bit more direct. However, don't get it twisted. Like, they do not work for you. They don't. So this whole like thing with these fans, like, it's so ugly, it's so nasty, and I really just need people to know their role. And if you know WWF, they need to shut their mouth. Speaking of, I'm gonna quickly shift into the young girl's business, but there's this guy who goes by a few letters in the alphabets, called DDG. Now, for the people my age, older, or my generation, DDG is Halle Bailey's, aka the Little Mermaid's boyfriend or whatever. And on or about January 31st, Halle tweeted something like, "I love my man, not gonna lie." And y'all know how this works, okay? The moment you start professing your love for these dudes, embarrassment. Nothing but drama. These eyebrows are about to bring me drama. Nothing but drama has commenced since then over his ex-girlfriend. So kind of how it started was, I don't know, she randomly was like watching Halle Bailey's stories, because I don't know why you watching somebody that you don't like. But that's what people do. And was like, oh, having your bitch wear my clothes is weird or whatever. Because apparently they only make this one t-shirt in the whole world, but okay. And it just went left from there, even to the point where Halle is like commenting on Twitter, like, don't believe stuff from a third party, X, Y, and Z. And two things came from that. One, obviously everybody defending The Little Mermaid. Everybody was defending The Little Mermaid, like Halle, you know, leave him, dump him, how are you caught up in this, X, Y, and Z. You got too much going on, 2023 is your year, blah, 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 which, yes. Don't let these fools, anybody, bring attention to you in the way that's going to potentially mess up your bag. And a Disney bag at that, because Disney equals longevity. We already know how this is going to play out. She's going to be the Little Mermaid, and honestly, I won't be surprised if in 2024 or 2025 we see a new Little Mermaid cartoon with the Black Ariel made in Halle Bailey's likeness. If this isn't already something that's contracted out. Cartoons are getting newer. Our age group, like, we're not children anymore, so nobody really cares about catering to us. These type of organizations are going to continue to cater to everybody that's coming up. They're watching trends. So, you know, those of you in your 30s, in your 40s, like, shut the fuck up. So, yeah, you got that side of things. But then you have the other side that was a little bit nasty, to the point where people were, like, saying, like, Halle is too, fill in an adjective, to be going back and forth with a B word like Ruby Rose, or to be caught up in this. She's better than that. She don't deserve this. She is this. To the point where the narrative was almost seeming as if people were, where are my brushes? Anyways, saying as if a girl like Halle Bailey, whatever that means, doesn't deserve to be put through this. Even people saying, like, you know, actually giving their opinions as if, like, for the type of girl that should be going through this. And it's like, now it's getting a little nasty, because what girl deserves this? So, like, Halle Bailey is what? Too rich, too pretty, too something to be put through the ringer by a potentially no good boyfriend? Let's not forget that Halle Bailey is 22 years old. These kids are in their 20s. I don't care who you are. I don't care your status. Everybody, every woman, whether you had 2 boyfriends and then on number 3, you met the one, or whether you only had 1 man and that was your one. Everybody has gone through some bullshit behind some man or some woman in their young, toxic ass days, because they're just in love. You're learning what love is. You're learning what you like. You're learning what you don't like. You're learning what you're going to tolerate within a relationship. You're learning how to set boundaries, if you even have boundaries. You're learning so much in the middle of all of these complicated feelings and emotions, the endorphins and stuff that you get from having sex. This person is bringing you orgasm after orgasm, and you know you don't went through their phone, but they whispering sweet nothings loudly and softly in your ear every night, gaslighting you into believing that they are good, or that everybody else is lying and they're the ones telling the truth. So how is Halle Bailey above any of that? How is she too pretty for that? How is she too rich for that? What does that even mean? It's giving ugly. It's giving nasty. Like, I don't know. Like, you don't know this girl. You don't know Halle. And if you were even somewhat of a fan, Halle has been pictured with the likes of Blueface, Krishan, and all of these other people who you feel are beneath her, or you feel is too ghetto for her, as if she herself does not have a mind, does not have thoughts and feelings, and is incapable of picking her own friends. So how is Halle Bailey better than Krishan, Blueface, or even her man just because she got picked up to be the Little Mermaid? She is not an actual princess, okay? She is a human being. A young human being who's going through her own rite of passage, if you will, behind a nigga. Like, she ain't better. She is not absolved of all of the trials and tribulations that she has to experience as a young woman in this world. The only difference is it's getting played out in the limelight. And for some reason, going back to this whole fans feeling like you friends with these people, you feel like you have such an entitlement or a connection to her life that you can now speak ill of everybody else around her, and she somehow isn't at fault for the situation that's happening in her own life. The whole thing is messy. You don't know her. You have no idea what she says behind closed doors, what she says to the ex, her involvement in this whole triangle and stuff to begin with. She is not better than somebody else just because she's your Ariel. Like, stop being weird. Y'all are making this whole thing really weird. And it goes back to, like I said earlier, knowing your place. Yes, social media is here, social media exists. But if she want to get online and say she love her man and she gonna stick beside him, then who are y'all to be doing all this other stuff and being all up in the ex-girlfriends mentions or even the boyfriend's mentions when she herself has forgiven him or whatever the hell? We don't know. Because at the end of the day, you don't have sex with Halle Bailey. He does. At the end of the day, you don't have her phone number. He does. And everybody else around and mixed up in this drama. So like, pipe down. You're just a fan. Let her go through this BS behind this dude and keep it pushing, because what? Then what? Then what? She gonna accept him, they're gonna get married, she gonna get pregnant or whatever, and then y'all gonna be out here calling her dumb and calling her all these type of things. Like, be a fan, but don't be wishy-washy. Like, don't do that. And check yourselves on who you think is deserving to be played, because that was real nasty and that was real ugly. And I wasn't vibing with that. Like, that, y'all are weird, yo. Maybe these celebrities really do need to just shut down the accounts. Just make these, shut down these accounts. Go back to, you know, the usherworld.com era where you only got pictures and tour dates, random vlog updates, and that's it. Make these fans respect you enough to put you back in a box. Because right now, as fans, the boundaries, yo, they are developing these parasocial relationships, and it's sick, it's nasty, it's ugly. And I'm not saying that these relationships didn't exist back then, but these people really be mentioning these artists as if they're friends and talking to them any old kind of way. And then to the artists, turn these damn comments off, y'all. Turn them off. Because who cares if, it's kind of like, who cares what the fans say? Like Beyonce said, don't read the comments. Turn that shit off. Because the ones that like you and rock with you are going to continue to support you. They're going to be at your shows. They're going to speak highly of you. Leave them be. And if nobody this day and age can make you understand that, look at Megan. We ain't seen Megan Thee Stallion since this court stuff. And honestly, I hope we don't hear from her ever again. If she decides to do music, like boom, do your music. Don't talk to us. Don't talk to us. Do your music and let your Twitter page just be, do I want to do an inner corner? Let your Twitter page, let your Instagram page just be updates. don't talk to us no more. Because again, those same fans all up in your face, all up in your ass, doing all this other stuff are going to turn on you the moment they feel like you're not doing what they want you to do. And then they're going to be talking as if they are the judge, jury, and the executioner. You know nothing about these people's lives. You know nothing. And I don't know, even I'm working through this about like how much I share and stuff like that. If y'all are trying to get into these industries or whatever, like, don't let the people know too much. Don't let them know too much. Don't answer to a lot of stuff. Because at this rate, with these crazy ass people, it's just not good. Okay, I don't know where my black eyeliner is. So we're gonna go with brown. But anyways, like, that shit is nuts. And honestly, if you're listening to this and you're one of them, even if you're not one of them, just kind of check how you comment on people's pages. Like, I remember when Viola Davis was tweeting about, or made a post about when Queen Elizabeth died, and everybody was like, I'm so disappointed in you, and how could you do this? And you need to use your platform in a better way. Your fans look up to you and blah, blah. It's like, bro, are you married to Viola Davis? Are you her child? Are you one of her sisters? Are you her friends? Like, she need, you're disappointed? Like, unfollow then. Unfollow. This lady making a post about somebody dying because she values, life or whatever. And y'all trying to be like, oh, I'm disappointed in you. How dare you? Like, how dare you? Like, literally, like, pay attention to how y'all comment on things. Even when you're commenting on people who you feel are attractive. Like, they married or whatever. Why are you in the comments talking about how you gonna suck this and do that and all this other stuff? Like, bro, like, be aware, y'all. Like, be aware. Even now, I deleted a comment the other day because I had posted a video. And y'all know in the YouTube world, like, you'll record something and then you'll record something else. So maybe you recorded something and you didn't have on makeup, and then maybe the next thing you recorded for something else or for another platform, you have on like a full face. And the comment was, ooh, no, take that off. You're way too pretty for all that makeup, blah, blah, blah. I deleted it. Why are you on my page trying to tell me what to do with my face? I didn't ask you to come here. I don't even know you. You're a stranger. Get the fuck off my page telling me what I need to do or what's no or this or that. It's whatever I put on here. Like, you're fucking weird. Or like, oh, I would love to like suck your feet or whatever. Like, I'm not even famous and I block people early. Stop being weirdos. Stop being weirdos. To lash or not to lash? That is the question. All right, lastly, what I want to talk about. I got me a Tamagotchi, y'all. I don't know, man. I don't know what I was watching or what I was doing, but I was talking about like needing an emotional support animal to take with me. I don't know, just being goofy. And so one night I bought me a Tamagotchi and I was doing great. So in the beginning, it hatched and damn, it was needy. Like, wanted to be fed all the time, played with all the time. Then you gotta discipline it or whatever. And then it evolved and I'm like having me a good time. Why? After 2.5 days, it died. I gotta reset it and start over. I'm so mad. Like, what? So it got its little angel wings. It died at 3 years old. It was 10 ounces. And I'm like, bro, did I overfeed it? Did I play too much? Like, did the poop stay there too long? Because like when they poop, there'll be like this little skull if you don't clean it up quick enough. I'm like, damn, did it die of like some toxic stuff? I don't even know, but it sure is dead. But I was at work with it this past week, like feeding it, playing with it. It was beeping and stuff. I'm like, hold on, guys. My kid needs me. And it just, everybody was like super excited and just talking about like all the toys and stuff that they had when they're younger. And they were asking me like what made me get it. And I'm just like, bro, I'm these days looking to the positives and also, you know, healing your inner child and stuff like that. And sometimes the people that need to heal you, which are your parents or grandparents or whatever, they're not in the space to do that. And honestly, they may leave this earth and never be in that space to do that. You got people walking around who, you know, never went to Disney or never had family trips or never did certain things or never got certain toys. And at some point, it's just like, okay, you know what? Those people in that time is long gone. You're never going to get it. Especially if you got parents or a parent that just refuses to own up to their crap. So it's like, and I've been doing this for a while now. But whenever I get an opportunity to kind of do something or reset a narrative in my life that maybe had a different story or a different outcome when I was a child, I'm gonna do it. And I have the Tamagotchi and the Gigapet and all this other stuff when I was younger. Do I want to do a highlighter? Oh, I didn't do any blush. Let me take a sip while I think. All right, yeah. So it's like, I'm just gonna do those things. So instead of being trapped in a moment where it's like, oh, I never did this, or oh, my mama never, or oh, whatever, I never got to, and all my friends were able to and I didn't, I'm gonna just do it. If I never went to Disney, which I did, this is just an example. If I never went to Disney, I'm taking myself to Disney. And I'm not gonna focus on, oh man, my childhood probably would have been X, Y, and Z. Like, sometimes we just gotta bring ourselves out of it and start creating those healthy things with us now, so that when we have our own kids or our own families, or, you know, your nieces and nephews and stuff like that, you can give them all those things without feeling bitter or jealous or envious of the life that they have that you wish you would have had. Because a lot of times I see a lot of adults straight jealous of children. You know, well, I never, and I didn't. Or like, you know, people staying, like even people in my family, like, would tell my sister, like, you need to stop giving them what they want. My sister, she hates that. She hates when people tell her to stop giving her kids what they want. Now, my sister don't just be giving it to them just like all on the willy-nilly. But if they deserve it, she's going to give it. If she can do it, she's going to do it. Like her, even my cousin, like, I tell them both all the time, I love how they're raising their kids. Is it perfect? No parenting is perfect. But I grew up with my cousin and my sister. I know how we were raised. I know the limitations that our parents had. I know the experiences that we've never had as children. And I also know the memories that we do not have as kids with our parents. So I love how my sister and my cousin are giving their kids the memories that we don't have. And more so, I love how they aren't bitter or jealous or harp on those negatives with their kids because their parents couldn't do it for them. I don't know. I am not. I just love that. And whenever people will be like, oh, well, you need to, or whatever, you get them everything that they want. They're on the honor roll. They're managing school and sports. They communicate. My sister gives each of her kids like their own time, like her one-on-one time with them to check in, see how they're doing. She keeps her phone line open. One of the things that she does with my godson is like, she tells him, if you ever feel like I upset you or hurt your feelings and you want to tell me about it, do it. And sometimes he texts her, hey, mommy, I didn't know how to tell you to your face, but I wanted to text you that when you had did this or said this, it really hurt my feelings. And she texts him back and they talk about it. And then when he's comfortable, he talks to her face to face, but she always keeps an avenue open so that he can talk to her, because we grew up in the era of do as I said what I said, I'm the parent, I'm not apologizing. No, it is so important for your kids to have you apologize to them or talk through why you do certain things so that they don't grow up hating you or resenting you or never wanting to be around you. And I love that. I love that. So even from something as simple as a Tamagotchi, if you gotta get yourself something to heal a wound inside of you, do it. And damn what anybody else thinks or damn what anybody else says. Get yourself that Barbie doll that you always wanted. Play with it for however long it is you need to develop those own memories, and then create those memories for other children that you encounter and other children that's in your life, because you know what it feels to be without. You know what it feels to feel those negative things, and you're in a place, and you deserve to get yourself to a place where you can make sure that no other kid in your life experiences the same things. Guys and gals, all I did, which I really didn't say anything about the makeup that I was using, y'all can see, but because the eyes are colorful, I just went with, the Black Girl Nude Lip, aka brown liner. And some motherfucking Beauty Supply lip gloss. This stuff, everything. Honestly, people be sleeping on that. And I think that's why Fenty lip gloss is so bomb, because it literally got the consistency and the longevity of the Beauty Supply lip gloss, because I could put it on and moisture. And you have a glass lip. And then, look. Glass. That's gonna wrap up today's video. Thank y'all for chit-chatting with me and listening. I'm just glad I got to sit here and talk to y'all and get ready and get dressed and let's go, because I'm having so much more fun now that I come back to YouTube than I did before. And definitely being in a better space in my life is helping with that. So I'm just want to end the video with positivity and just say that you are loved, if by no one. You are loved by yourself. Every day that you decide to do your makeup, get dressed, paint your toenails, say no because you don't want to hang out, that's self-love. And continue to pour into yourself so that every time that you're coming to something that you actually want to do, you're pouring into it and you actually have a well to pull from, versus allowing the universe, the internet, the comment section to drown you and drain you from all types of energy or anything like that. So if you want more and positivity and stuff like that, go to the areas that continue to fulfill you. Go to the places and go to the people that exude positivity in a realistic and a healthy way, because this world, man, I swear, it's getting crazy. But we owe it to ourselves and we owe it to each other to find each other and to continue to uplift. And yeah, so it's gonna wrap up today's video. As always, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm posting. And I'm gonna go now. I need to take my dolls out. Bye.